Hello, welcome to Crypto Boy Singapore, and today we're going to have a talk about the update of Bitcoin because right now Bitcoin is in this uncharted territory where a slight move can cause it to become in a short-term bear market or whether it's going to carry on its bull market. So today I'm going to talk about that. It is a short update on my analysis for Bitcoin price action. Okay, so let's jump right into the chart. So right now we have the Bitcoin USD chart for Bybit exchange on the daily time frame. So there's a few exchange that charts that you can use. So some people, if they trade in Binance, they use the Binance chart. As you can see, I'm using the Bybit chart because I am trading in Bybit platform, right? So you need to use the chart that is catered to that platform based on which platform you are trading, right? So because this small little difference, right, will affect your Bitcoin price and all this, so you need to be very accurate and exact in terms of your price level, right? So you use the same chart platform for the platform that you are trading. Okay, so this is the daily time frame. As you know, and as you heard around that Bitcoin previously has been supported by this theory of the week-off accumulation, right, where the big whales of Bitcoin are trying to accumulate as much Bitcoin as they can get by scaring off the weak hands and making FOMO and making the FUD so that people can sell and gather as much Bitcoin as they can. So there's this week-off accumulation theory, as you can see, and if you find online, it will match perfectly until somewhere near to the end, around near the start of July. Then the week-off accumulation pattern has been broken off, right? So this week-off accumulation, for a short summary, is basically ups and downs, right? And each up and down, there's a very specific level in which the whales are manipulating so that they can get the most Bitcoin from the most number of people, right? So there's a very systematic manner of manipulation there. It's not just anyhow go up and anyhow go down, right? So they have a certain level to hit. Okay, so once we're done with that, right, let's go to the smaller time frame. Okay, so let's see. This is the 4-hour time frame. All right, so right now you can see the Bitcoin price is around the $29,700 level, right? So this is my previous analysis. This is the chart that I have, right? As you can see, what is this black line here? It is actually this black line is actually the descending wedge. All right, so descending wedge, in theory, all right, it has a it's a bearish pattern, but in technical analysis, it has a chance of going back up to its original state, right? So what I mean is that if you see a descending wedge, there's a chance in which the price can go back to this range here, right? So this range over here, right, from where it started, right? But there is just a small probability lah. Okay, so it's not 100%. As you can see, this descending wedge has failed, and a descending wedge that has failed is very bearish pattern, right? So right now, as you can see, okay, so one thing I want to say about this is that why I make this video is also not just for Bitcoin update analysis, but also for people to learn about how to trade and how I trade, right? So this is my way of trading, right? So trading is a game in which you put in small amounts of money, right, inside the platform, right? So example, if you have $1,000 of investments in crypto, you put in a small percentage into the trading platform, which is Bybit, for example, which I use. So maybe you put in like 5 or 10%. So you put in like $100, right, out of your $1,000 inside the platform. And out of that $100, you only trade not more than 5%, right? Not more than 5% of your $100. So each trade only can be maximum of how much? Right, you divide by 20, so it's $5. So means you cannot trade more than $5 on each trade, right? So using this rule, all right, you follow the rule and you will be safe, right? Because trading is a game in which you want to consistently, slowly accumulate your money and profits. It's not a one shot. You're not playing those kind of fast game or high risk high reward kind of game where you just bet big on one side and then it wins and then you go up. It's not that way, right? So trading actually is a very tough and tedious game. So I highly respect traders because they really work their ass off for every dollars and cents they make. So it's not easy job actually, right? It's very stressful also. Okay, so but if you're trying to learn trading, you can see some of the how people trade, and this is how I trade, right? You should go and search online and learn from various people to see different perspective, right? So this is how I trade. Okay, so going back, right, you can see that this is a very bearish pattern, and you can see these red lines I have drawn here is my support level, all right? And this big black line is a huge support level. So these are key support that I've gathered over the past few months of data worth of Bitcoin, right? So this is my previous lines that I've drawn, and it's still in play, as you can see, right? Even if I've drawn this a long time ago, as you can see, is way before even this dip, right? And you can see that they respect it, this price respects the line, right? So this is a legit line, all right? So you know that this line is legit. So how do you draw a trend line? All this is where you see where is the top and where's the bottom, all right? Okay, so anyway, let's jump into the analysis. Okay, I'll teach more in the coming videos. If you're interested to learn, please give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe for more future learning of how trading works. Okay, so let's come back to here. As you can see, there's this bearish pattern, and the last line of defense you can see is this side. Okay, so let's draw. Okay, this is the very last line of defense. All right, if it breaks the $28,726, right, GG for Bitcoin. Okay, because right at the bottom is emptiness. There is nothing that supports it, right? You can see this whole pattern, there's nothing that supports it. The only thing that supports it is the price previously, right? If you go back into the weekly chart, okay, let's zoom out. Okay, you can see that the next price that supports it is around probably this level here, right? Around the $21,000 level, right? So there's virtually nothing, it's emptiness. Okay, so when there's no support, it's a very bad sign, because once the price breaks through the last line of defense, the support, and it's GG. Okay, so how do we determine this price, or how do we find a good trade we can hop on, right, to take some profits from this market, right? So in trading, there's no such thing as, oh, I'm the only bull, I will only go bull, right? I'm only a bear, I will always go bear. No such thing, right? So you can see online that some people, they are just full bears or they are full bulls, so means they never ever take a short trade, or they never ever take a long trade. Okay, that is wrong, right? The real traders are those who always make money whichever side you are in, right? As long as the market tell you what happened, you go and do the follow accordingly, all right? Right? So if you can make a bearish trade, just do it lah. If you can make a bullish trade, just do it. Okay, you don't need to categorize or put a label on yourself that, oh, you are a bull, so you only can do bull trades, right? There's no such thing as that, right? If there's free money to earn, why not earn it? Okay, so anyway, let's come back. Right, so as you can see, there's a AB equals CD pattern that is forming up. Okay, if we try and take the highest high, okay, so for ABCD pattern, AB equals CD pattern, right, it must fulfill the requirement of hitting the let me see, of hitting the 1.618 level. All right, so if I were to draw from here down to here, right, it hits the 0.618. okay, so this is a valid legit AB equals CD pattern. All right, so AB equals CD pattern is legit when the price goes down and then it bounces back up and goes back to the 61.8 level, as you can see over here. Alright, it goes back down to 61.8 level. So there's a legit AB equals CD pattern, and the price has never broken out of this 61.8 and has always gone down. Right? So what you want to do is, taking this trend, we copy, paste. Hey, shit, wrong one. Back. Okay, we copy and paste this line. Okay, so if you were to draw from here to here, right, just roughly lah, okay, a few dollars difference is never mind. Okay, you can see that the ABCD patterns dictate that the price level will hit around $24,000. Alright, okay, and the price is still going down. Okay, if let's say it fails the last line of defense, which is the $29,000, right, or $28,000, it will go to this $24,000 range. Okay, let's see if there's others. Take the fib retracement of the highest, of the very lowest point it has gone to and to the highest point. Okay, as you can see that there's some confluence here. Usually price like to go back to the 61.8 level. Alright, as you can see from the previous one that I've drawn, it reached back to the 61.8, and as for this, it also hits back 61.8. Right, so I would say that this range here is a very I would say that this range here is a very likely range, right, that the price will be going back to. Okay, so let's draw a box. Okay, where is my arrow? Okay, not this one. Okay, rectangle. Okay, so I would say that this price range here is a very possible scenario, right? Okay, so it's a very possible scenario for Bitcoin to hit this price level. Okay, in the days to come, or maybe the weeks to come. Of course, it will take time, there will be ups and downs. Okay, so this red level is the price target. How do we take this short trade? Okay, if I were to take a short trade here, okay, how I do it is I will not just jump into the market right away, because usually price like to bounce back up a bit and then go back down, right? It's not a straight downwards pattern, as you can see from the indicators here, right? So this is the RSI, right? RSI itself shows that it is under oversold, right? So oversold is around normally some people like take 30%, some people like take 20%. For me, I would say 30% underneath is considered as kind of undersold, or oversold, right? So usually the price will bounce back up a bit, and let's see if there's any divergence happening around here. There's not much divergence in the 4-hourly chart. Let's see for the MACD. Okay, there's not much price divergence. Okay, there's somewhat of a actually wait, no, there isn't. Okay, so for the MACD there's a slight price divergence, but we can ignore that because it is very minute and almost makes no difference. So let's go back to the 1-hour chart and see whether if there's any divergence. Okay, a divergence is where okay, so there's not much divergence here, right? Just a slight one. Okay, divergence is where there's a price difference, or where the price and the indicators doesn't coincide together. So as you can see that over here, right, the price here is low and it's getting lower, but then this indicator is showing the RSI is showing a higher price, and together with the MACD itself, the lowest point over here is a low but it's going up. So there's a price divergence in the indicators, right? Usually price divergence is not really that strong in Bitcoin, right, because of manipulation, all that. So price divergence, you can take it with a slight grain of salt, right? And if you want to take it, it's alright also, right? Usually you want to wait for the price divergence to be confirmed before you take a trade on it. Okay, it should be price divergence should be taken into account of your analysis overall, but it should not be the final and only result. Alright, so you should take in account with your other indicators that are telling you what's happening. Never ever take a price divergence, right, for face value. Okay, never ever trade based on that, right? So usually all these divergence happen, you can wait for a while before it goes up. And what I like to do usually is, okay, let's close this down first. Alright, so let's see how the short trade will play out. Okay, so let's zoom out to the 4-hourly time frame, right? Okay, so the 4-hourly time frame, where will I enter my trade? I wouldn't enter at this price right here, right? I wouldn't enter because you won't want to jump on any trades, right? You always wait for the price to retrace so that you can get in the position of strength to enter the trade. Okay, so I would say that the price would go back to this line at least to test that resistance level to confirm also, and that is a point of control where a lot of price action has been going on. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, okay, so I would re-enter at that level here, and how I will do is I'll take a trade. Okay, so if you want to take a longer term trade, alright, you can do it. right? So this is the level we are aiming for. If you are being less greedy, you aim for the minimum level. Alright, don't be too greedy. Alright, and you always want to take a reward ratio of at least a risk to reward ratio of at least 2, right? So there's a number there. It means that for every one part of loss that you are making, you are earning 2. Alright, so that's the risk to reward. Okay, so you never take a 1-to-1, it's always at least a 2-to-1. Right? Okay, so if you were to take a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, it will be around this price. Alright, so means that your stop loss will be at this $33,600 and your target price will be around $24,000, right? Which is where our indicators and analysis has shown, right? So that is a so-called midterm trade in which it will take some time to pan out. Don't expect it to drop immediately, so don't expect it to like just like that and then it will never do that. Alright, it will always go up and down. So probably it'll just go up, right, then do a bit of wavy, then like that. Alright, so it will take some time to do. Okay, can expect that to happen in the coming midterm, right? So let's wait and see what happens, right? Of course, at any point of time, this is Bitcoin, right? The Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos or like Elon Musk or like Apple CEO or whatever can just come out one day or maybe tomorrow they just announce that they are going to buy Bitcoin or they are into Bitcoin. Then the price will just ignore all these indicators that we have done and will just go back up. Okay, so don't take into account just the chart level. You need to take account into the macro analysis, which is the news and hearing what's going on in the area, right? So that is my analysis for Bitcoin. And if you want to take the trade, this is the short trade I would recommend. Alright, if you are a bit greedy or you think that you can do it, right, you can go to a 3-to-1 ratio, which is around here, right? So you can go like that, right? Okay, you can go put your stop loss at this price, the $2,000 $400 level, and your target profit will be $24,231, right? Your entry price will be at $30,471. Okay, these are the price that you want to enter inside your Bybit platform, right? So every platform has different price accuracy, right? So maybe in Binance that you are trading, your price now is showing is maybe $200 difference off, right? Plus minus, so depends, you need to see on the chart, right? So that is my trade for Bitcoin, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you learned something today from this so-called short video. Next time I'll make an even shorter video because this is the first kind of video that I've made, which is analysis of charts of price action. So I hope you learned something from this today. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comments section down below, and also give a thumbs up, right? Like, comment and subscribe, okay, to make this algorithm noisier so that people can know how to trade, and also it's quite fun doing this. It's quite enjoyable, right? You can do it as a part-time when you're free, just look at the charts and all that. Okay, so hope you learned something today, and yep, give a thumbs up. Okay, cheers, and like always, come for the gains and stay for the technology. See you, bye.